Hello everybody, welcome into the Week 11 Recap Report. I'm Josh Walfish alongside Foster Lander. And Foster, we have a new champion in the Big East, Rocky Mount High, getting it done at home against Southern Nash. What was the difference with the Griffons tonight?
It was kind of a familiar and not good refrain for Southern Nash fans. Southern Nash turned it over 4 times, Rocky Mount turned it over 3 times, but Rocky Mount really was able to make those turnovers count. Southern Nash fumbled it away on their first possession. Rod White, 16-yard touchdown return for the Griffons. Opening possession of the second half, Southern Nash was driving. They took up almost the first half of the third quarter. And Zach Foster fumbles inside Rocky Mount territory. Sherrod Green, second week in a row, big fumble return for him, 68 yards. And that was kind of took the wind out of the sails for Southern Nash.
Definitely was a 14-14 game at halftime. Rocky Mount outscoring the Firebirds 21-0 in the second half. What was different about the Griffons in the second half they were able to pull away from Southern?
I think the sense that I got was that Rocky Mount kind of felt that they had seen Southern Nash's best shot in that first half. But Southern Nash was, even with their mistakes, they were able to keep up with the Griffons. 2 touchdown runs from Kendrick Bell in the first half. But Rocky Mount is just one of those teams where as soon as they get a little bit of confidence and one or two things go right for them, that they really have jumped on it all season.
Well, the Griffons have a chance to go for 5-0 in the Big East, play next week at Northern Nash. I was at Northern Nash this week, and oh boy, the Knights again feel like they let an opportunity slip away. They lost to Wilson Hunt by 5 points to open the Big East season. They drop a 19-6 decision to Wilson Fike tonight. The Knights had 2 amazing drives in the first half. Drove deep into Wilson Fike territory, but came away with field goals both times, and they kind of play with fire. And one of the comments I made to one of the assistant coaches at halftime was, is this the sort of thing where not scoring a touchdown is going to come back to bite them? And it did. Wilson Fike came out, scored on the first possession of the second half. Quan Whitaker fumbles inside the red zone on the next possession. Fike goes down and makes it 12-6. And after that, it was really an uphill climb for Northern Nash in the second half. But again, that takes them out of the playoffs picture, but they have a chance to ruin Rocky Mount High's perfect Big East season next week. The other game in the Big East, Nash Central losing 49-0 the Hunt. I don't think that surprised either of us. Tarboro wins big. Again, not a big surprise for us. Southwest Edgecombe, I think, probably the most impressive performance given all their injuries. They kind of used a running back by committee approach tonight, and it was clearly successful for them. 6 different players score a rushing touchdown. Tucker Pridgeon adds a 85-yard bomb to Quantellis Norwood. 49-0, a big win for the Cougars. North Edgecombe falls. Rocky Mount Prep falls. Basically, if kind of what we were talking about yesterday. The results kind of stay to what we see. But Foster, we'll end with this. What can potentially stop Rocky Mount from a deep playoffs run?
Themselves. And it's the same thing we've said, seems like all year and in previous years too, where they played a clean game tonight outside the turnovers, not many penalties. They ran the ball pretty consistently, but this is a team that this year at least really has not, the beating themselves part has not come back to haunt them, and as long as they don't do that, they have a potential to make a deep playoff run.
Well, we will see what happens with the Griffons. They have to get through the Knights first next week. But if you want full recaps of all 9 area teams that are still in action, read Sunday's Telegram, where we will have a complete recap of everything that went on this weekend. But for Foster Lander, I'm Josh Walfish. We'll see you Thursday morning for the last week of the regular season.